Coming up on The Shield, Valparaiso University prepares for the Christmas season.
And the Broward Museum of Art welcomes a well-known artist.
We've been pretty lucky this fall not having to deal with cold temperatures or even snow, but this cold front might change things. Stay tuned and I'll explain in my 5-day forecast.
Beards, mustaches, and other popular facial hair has a deeper meaning than what is often thought of. Hello everyone and welcome to our last show of the semester. I'm Brendan Kinney.
And I'm Molly Smirka, and that's where our coverage begins today. It has been a popular trend throughout the month of November. Men of all ages have been growing out their beards for the longest time. But what is the reason behind the beard? Shield News correspondent Colin Terrell now joins us. And how did all this get started?
It just started as a popular trend amongst people our age, you know, a little bit upper than college, and just continued on from there. So it's really just got head of steam behind it now. No Shave November, Novembeard, and Movember are all basically the same thing, just with different names. It is a very popular activity for males of all ages, but did you know that you could have fun and donate to a worthy cause? I talked to two Valpo students, Russell Danielson and Ben Barrage, about their experience last month, as well as seeing if they were aware of the possible organizations that could benefit from letting your beard grow.
It was very itchy around that neck area and stuff, but other than that, it was fun. My parents really wanted to see it, actually, and so they were excited to see it, and then my brother, who has been able to grow like a goatee since 7th grade, was like, oh, come on, man. That's nothing.
Movember is an organization where growing mustaches can promote awareness and help fight prostate and other male-dominated cancers. Since 2003, they have raised over $174 million worldwide. Numerous other participate in No Shave November, where beards are the focus. If you happen to miss the fun last month, you can have a chance to partake in Decembeard, as that is just underway.
Thanks, Colin. It's really hard to believe that Christmas is already here, and Valparaiso University is helping to get students ready for the holiday cheer. Shield News correspondent Ricky Cody went out to the first day of Valpo's 24 Days of Christmas.
Hundreds of Valpo students took a break from their studies to get out and enjoy the Christmas spirit. I went out for the very first day of the 24 Days of Christmas with the tree lighting ceremony. Following the run, guests were treated to cookies and hot chocolate in the Christopher Center. The tree ceremony was open to the public. Raquel Everistio, a radar meteorologist here at the university, was here last year and has high hopes for this year's ceremony.
We loved the Christmas tree, the Christmas carols, the fireworks. It was beautiful. We liked it so much last year, so we were hoping it's something similar. And this year, it was very little last year, so we were hoping he'll enjoy better this year.
IMC Creative Services Director Casey Hopkins says the ceremony is a way for Valparaiso University to give back to the community.
We're just hoping that the community comes out and has a good time celebrating the holiday, or kicking off the holidays, really. As many people as possible, hope the community comes out for this event to interact with our students.
After refreshments, guests were asked to head to the tree for the ceremony, and after a few words from President Heckler, the countdown began. Following the lighting, Vuvox performed 4 carols, and on the last 2, they were asked all the audience to join in.
Baby, there's really only one thing that rocks, Vuvox. Our CDs make great gifts, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
After enjoying some Christmas caroling, guests were treated to an amazing fireworks display.
It was my first year going to the tree lighting ceremony, and it was definitely a great experience. It really got me in the Christmas mood this year.
I really like the decorations, but the tree lighting ceremony really got me in the mood for Christmas, especially with the fireworks and the carols. The carols weren't too much, they were just right.
The tree lighting ceremony gave students a chance to break away from their study schedule and enjoy the Christmas spirit. And remember, there's never a bad time to curl up next to the fireplace with a warm cup of cocoa. From everyone at VUTV, I'm Ricky Cody. Have a very Merry Christmas.
For a complete look at what is planned for the remaining 24 days, log on to valpo.edu/ValpoChristmas.
In addition to the tree lighting ceremony, Valpo also had its annual Christmas concert this past weekend. The concert highlighted the university's chorale, men's choir, women's choir, chamber concert band, and symphony orchestra. Many songs were played, and they invited the audience to sing along to some of the songs, such as Go Tell In on the Mountain, Hark the Herald, and Noel.
Brothers of Sigma Phi Epsilon put on their annual Christmas party in the Christopher Center. The money donated and profits made from raffle tickets will be put towards physical therapy equipment for the children of Hilltop dealing with muscular disabilities. SIGEP's RJ Grime talked to us about the event.
For physical therapy equipment for the infants who might have like muscle disabilities, and what the equipment does is it helps them kind of get that straightened out.
The celebration also involved bingo, raffle prizes, a performance by Hooked on Tonics, and getting your picture taken with Santa.
The SAFE organization held their annual rally in the Founders this past week. The organization, whose mission is to be a supportive system for survivors of sexual assault and to create awareness and to aid in the prevention of assault, invited the mayor of Valparaiso to speak at the rally. Mayor John Casas discussed the importance of setting boundaries for ourselves and respecting the boundaries of others as well.
Well, it's a real privilege to come on campus and to speak to so many students, and I'm pleased to always have that opportunity here. But most of all, it's important that we understand as students and as adults that we need to be reminded of what is good, right, and noble and true. That's what C.S. Lewis said, we have a greater need to be reminded than instructed. So tonight is about reminding students that everybody has the responsibility to set their own boundaries, and we also have the responsibility to respect others' boundaries. So I encourage the students here today to set their boundaries in life, in all spheres of their life.
The SAFE had a positive turnout from the Valpo campus and community.
The Broward Museum of Art was busy this past weekend. The museum added 4 new collections and had an opening reception that was open to everyone. The collections offered work by Brian Knepp, Ron Vanali, Jeanette Passon-Sloan, and Claudette Roper, while university faculty curated all the new exhibits. Hundreds of community members and Valpo students came by to visit the museum to check out the new displays. The new artwork and installations will be available in the museum until March 18, 2012. Greg Ertzlieb, director of the Broward Museum, sat down to share a little bit about the exhibits.
Mindless Mayhem, which is a painting show by Ron Villani. And then finally in the Ferguson Galleries we have the art of Jeanette Passon-Sloan, and that's still life subjects, most of them reflective, that are done in a variety of media, prints, drawings, and paintings.
For more information about the museum and the hours to visit, you can check out their website at valpo.edu/artmuseum.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
And when we return, we'll have your local and national sports update, and Dan Drew will have your Valpo weather forecast. We'll be right back.
I'm Molly, and I'm on VUTV.
All right. We're from Kappa Kappa Gamma. We're on VUTV.
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm the WVUR General Manager, and I'm on VUTV.
We're always and we're on VUTV.
I'm Emily. And I'm Aliana. And we're on VUTV.
Hey, what's up? I'm Milk. And I'm Matt. We're on VUTV.
I'm Helen Dollin. I'm on VUTV.
Hi. Hi. My name's Claire.
My name's Sarah.
And we're on VUTV.
We're Kappa Delta and we're on VUTV.
I'm Rachel and I'm on VUTV.
Hi, I'm Matthias.
I'm Hillary.
And I'm Philip.
And we're on
VUTV.
I'm Tom and I'm on VUTV.
I'm Amanda and I'm on VUTV.
Hey, I'm Ted and I'm on VUTV.
We're Valparaiso Ultimate and we're on VUTV.
We're UPC and we're on VUTV.
Welcome back to The Shield.
Now taking a look outside of Valpo. Baby boomers are taking a cue from their younger crowd by taking to the internet to find love. Casey Wayne explains.
Suzanne Foreman is on a blind date with Todd Grodnick, who she's only met on the phone.
I feel like I do know you.
Yeah, well, there's still quite a bit to get to know.
Like many unmarried baby boomers, Foreman considers companionship more important in her 50s.
I can't believe I'm 55. I still feel like I'm 20 or 30 something. I still have that energy. I still have, that spark, but but I do have a lot of candles on my cake.
Introductions through friends and relatives haven't worked.
They kept trying to set me up with friends of theirs, and each one was just worse than the next. I was a vegetarian, and one of the guys they set me up with took me to a Moroccan restaurant and ate raw meat in front of me, next to me.
So Foreman and a growing number of singles over 50 are going online to find potential matches.
Like being in a candy store.
Stacy Dancy is a 61-year-old real estate agent.
I can't imagine spending the rest of my life alone.
After her marriage ended, Dancy's daughter-in-law made a suggestion.
She said, "Oh, you've got to get on one of those online dating sites." And I said, "I don't think so."
What was your concern about being on an online dating site?
I've heard horror stories.
Stalkers, scam artists, and worse. Online dating sites say because they collect background information on customers, it's actually a much safer way to meet people. Dancy's daughter persuaded her to join Our Time, a dating site for baby boomers.
It's just a numbers game. You know, the more people I meet, the greater my odds are that I'll meet a guy that wants to have like a loving, warm, committed, serious, monogamous relationship.
There's been a perfect storm of a growing number of baby boomers who are single, with a growing number of baby boomers who are using the internet and discovering that it's a way to be connected.
A 2010 eHarmony survey found the internet is now the most popular way for people over 50 to meet and marry.
I've always thought that idea that the older generation is afraid of technology is overblown because they do seem to adopt it, and now adopt it in numbers just as much as everybody else does.
Widow Vanjie LeClaire and divorcee Rob Foss met online in 2008.
I'd been married for so long I'd kind of forgotten the process, so I was like a duck out of water.
It was scary.
Both liked the idea of viewing and reading about potential dates before agreeing to meet.
I think it's less intimidating than going out there and trying to meet someone at a, bar.
Dating after 50 is different.
We each have assets now. And when I was in my 20s, I owned a stereo and a used car.
But the results can be the same. Voss and LeClaire are planning a Hawaiian wedding next year. Casey Wyand, CNN, Los Angeles.
More Americans are going back to work these days as a new Labor Department report shows hiring is up and unemployment is down. The numbers are better than expected, but still leave plenty of room for political finger-pointing. Emily Schmidt has more from Washington.
The new Labor Department report shows 120,000 new jobs added in November and an 8.6% unemployment rate. It's the lowest in 2.5 years. President Obama says it's progress.
We need to keep that growth going.
There are still more than 13 million people out of work, and Republicans say that's the president's problem.
Today marks the 34th consecutive month of unemployment above 8%. And as you may remember, the Obama administration promised that unemployment would not exceed 8% if we passed their stimulus bill. That promise has gone unfulfilled.
Private sector hiring went up, especially in the retail industry, which added 50,000 jobs. But the numbers showed more people dropped out of the job hunt than were hired. In a statement, Republican presidential hopeful Newt Gingrich called it a devastating landmark in the Obama jobs crisis. Mitt Romney said the numbers highlight the urgent need for fundamental change in the direction of our country. President Obama puts the ball in Congress's court, calling for renewed unemployment benefits and an extended payroll tax cut before it expires at the end of this month.
It's time to step on the gas. We need to get this done, and I expect that it's going to get done before Congress leaves. Otherwise, Congress may not be leaving, and we can all spend Christmas here together.
It's how Washington may begin the election year, focused on jobs, because so many Americans remain without one. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt.
Coming up, Drew Taylor has a look at Crusader sports.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Dan Drew will update us on all of our Valpo weather forecasts. We'll be right back.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh,
We say what we want Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on VUTV.
We're the Torch and we're on VUTV.
We're Delta Sigma Pi and we're on VUTV. Woo!
We're Student Senate and we're on VUTV.
We're Vuvox and we're on VUTV.
We're Alliance and we're on VUTV.
We're the Crusader Pep Band and we're on VUTV. We're Mesa and we're on VUTV.
Dolls, and we're on VUTV.
Hello, I'm Kathleen, and I am with Housing Opportunities, and I am on VUTV.
Hi, we're the Lutheran Deaconess Association, and we're on VUTV.
Welcome back to The Shield. I'm Molly Smrka. After last week's strong Santa Ana winds in Southern California, residents are hoping for a break. Unfortunately, this will not be the case. The winds could reach damaging levels in the mountains of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. In the valleys of Santa Clarita and San Fernando, while the winds may diminish for a while, there are signs that they could increase later this week.
And Chief Meteorologist Dan Drew joins us now. And Dan, we haven't even seen our first snowfall here in Valparaiso. Places like Texas, they've already seen the first measurable snowfall. When will we see the white stuff around here?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because we could see some snow Thursday night into Friday. We'll get into that in just a minute. You know, it's very important to realize that we are into December already, and we haven't seen our first snow, like Brendan already mentioned, but we're getting there. And if we take a look at the weather headlines, you'll see that taste of winter is coming this weekend. We'll notice a chance of some snow and some very cold temperatures, probably the coldest temperatures that we've seen yet this year. So we'll definitely have to pay attention to that. But temperatures rebound late in the weekend, and that is just in time for graduation on Sunday. So I think I'm going to be very happy about that. Now we take a look at the futurecast here. There is a cold front off to our west, and as that moves off to our east, or as it comes towards us, it'll give us some cloudy skies. This cold front right here won't be much of a rainmaker or snowmaker. We don't have to worry about that. It's this one that comes through Thursday night into Friday that could give us a few flurries. Now, I wouldn't worry about accumulation. Probably just some light snow and maybe a dusting at best, but it could be a little slick outside, and we could see, you know, some sketchy conditions compared to what we've been dealing with the last few weeks. So that is important to pay attention to. But off to our west here, we do have this high pressure, and this is going to dominate the weather for the weekend and into the middle of next week. So that's good news, because once we get on the other side of this high pressure, sitting right here, we're going to be in the cold temperatures. But once that high pressure scoots off, we're going to warm up quite drastically compared to what we're seeing right now. So for tonight, we drop down to a low of 23 degrees. It'll be partly cloudy and relatively chilly. So that's something we'll have to deal with. But tomorrow, we do warm up to 35 degrees, which is good news, because after that, the bottom falls out on Friday, and we'll get to that in just a second. Partly sunny, but pretty nice day overall. Now, Thursday night, we drop down to a low of 22 degrees, and this is when we see our first chance of snow showers. Just maybe some light flurries, not much to worry about. But like I said, we could see a dusting, so bundle up and be careful outside. And then for graduation Sunday, this is exciting for all you guys graduating this weekend. Well, I've got some good news. It's going to be beautiful outside for your families to come. Perfect travel weather. 40 degrees will be our high, so we do get a quick rebound, and you'll see that in our 5-day forecast. Absolutely beautiful on Sunday. Now, in our 5-day forecast, you see, look at that. On Saturday, we see a low of 16 degrees. That is the coldest temperature we've seen in quite some time, probably since back in about April or March. But we do rebound quickly as we get into Saturday and Sunday. A beautiful weekend in store. However, guys, it is going to be a little bit rough getting to the weekend.
All right, I think we can do it. I think we can.
I think so too.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dan.
And now we do send it over to the sports desk, where our sports director, Drew Taylor, joins us now. Drew?
Thanks, Brennan. The Crusader women's basketball team competed last weekend, hosting the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. We fast forward to the second half. Tabitha Dorado extends the Crusader lead to 4 with this fadeaway in the lane. However, Valpo would struggle on offense throughout the game. Under 6 ticks left to go, Shakira Scott drives to the left corner, forces up a tough jumper, put back by Ashley Varner, but to no avail. The Crusaders had 2 chances to tie, but couldn't do it. Final score, Lehigh 41, Valpo 39. A storyline before the contest even went underway. Freshman standout Mallory Ladd has decided to transfer to Evansville, leaving a hole in the Crusader lineup. Ladd had this to say about her departure. I have really loved it here at Valpo playing basketball. The coach and team members are great. I'm just really struggling with homesickness. I wish nothing but the best for this team. Valpo will have a tough road ahead of them as they will be at Pittsburgh Saturday the 10th, tip time scheduled for 1 p.m. The men's basketball team was also in action this weekend as they opened up their Horizon League season on the road against Butler. Picking up things late in the first half, Eric Buggs drives into the lane and flips up a nice reverse layup in traffic. Buggs had a season-high 13 points in the game. With under a minute left to play in the first half, junior swingman Ryan Brokoff takes it coast-to-coast, giving the Crusaders a 39-32 advantage at the break. In the second half, the Bulldogs would show why they were national champion runner-ups for the past 2 seasons as they took a 2-point lead on this long-range bucket from Cameron Wood. The Crusaders would not give up, though, coming back to tie the game. Now with just a second left on the clock and the game tied, Valpo inbounds to Matt Kenny, who hit nothing but net on a 3-pointer. But as you can see here, it was just late, so we would head to overtime at the score knotted at 54. The Crusaders, who haven't won at Hinkle Fieldhouse since 1988, fought hard in OT. Under a minute to go, Valpo down 2. Matt Kenny would take matters into his own hands with this nice drive into the lane for an and one. Kenny would hit the free throw, and the Crusaders wouldn't look back. Valpo, as I mentioned, hasn't won at Butler since 1988, but they did so on Saturday. Final score, Crusaders 77, Bulldogs 71. The brown and gold scoring attack was balanced up and down the lineup. Richie Edwards had a game-high 18 points, but was joined in double figures by Ryan Brokoff, Kevin Van Vyk, Eric Buggs, and Will Bogan. The team will return home this weekend on Saturday the 10th to take on Bowling Green, tip-off scheduled for 7:05. For more on that game as well as the rest of Crusader sports, log on to ValpoAthletics.com. That's all from the Shield Sports Desk. Brendan, back to you.
Thanks, Drew. The Valparaiso University softball team asked student organizations to bring back new stuffed animal bears in support of their annual I Need a Hug Challenge. The purpose of the I Need a Hug Challenge is to collect stuffed bears for underprivileged elementary students throughout Indiana.
Fundraiser at Chapel Break, and it's called the Hug Drive, and we try to get all these different groups from student organizations, athletic departments, ed departments, and we try to see who can raise the most stuffed animals.
3, 2. In recent years, the softball team has also been participating in reading buddies with the elementary school students, where the team goes to an elementary school and watches the students read to their bears. A total of 536 stuffed bears were donated, and the organization with the most donations was the Education Department with 70. The softball team has been participating in the I Need a Hug Challenge since 2003, and Bidwell, coordinator of the fundraiser, says each year donations continue to grow and is very pleased with this year's turnout.
Back to our storage unit, and the whole team, we have to tag them and bag them, and then we take them to the elementary schools when we get their order forms in for how many kids need an animal, and then we take them there and we see them read to their animal.
And that's all the news for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Molly Smirka.
But before we close, Molly and Dan, we do have 2 people that have served and given VUTV so much of themselves, and they're going to be leaving us very soon. In fact, right after this newscast, they're just leaving us. And now, in honor of the last newscast, we'd like to honor Dan Drew on my right, and then Molly Smirka on my left here.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, Brendan.
Now, I do have to explain. I'm sure the viewers are thinking, and I'll explain what this is in a little bit. Now, Dan, when you are out in the real world and you get called to work at 2:30 in the morning, you're not going to have to worry about ice on your windshield because you have a lot of de-icer there. So, Dan, best of luck in all you do. And then do you want to tell everybody what we're going to be doing when you leave Valpo? Any future plans?
No, are you kidding me? No, yeah, I'm going to have to search for a job, whatever, but I'm just going to go home and relax for a little bit. I'm in no hurry. But if you are watching out there, somebody who wants to give me a job, I'm more than happy to listen.
And then I guess you can tell us who's going to be replacing you as weather director next semester.
Well, I guess I got to give a big hands up to Sean Bailey there, who's manning camera 3 right now. Thank you very much, Sean. And if you don't do a good job, I'll be waiting for you. Remember that.
Well, thanks again for all your work, Dan. We really do appreciate it. And that's just a little memento for all the work that you've done for us.
I'll never use it because I'll always keep it as a memory of UTV.
Well, that touches right there. Thanks, Dan. Touches the heart. Appreciate that. And now, on to Molly here. Now, we didn't want to get you anything like that, but we did figure flowers was just a little bit that we could give you for all the work that you have done, nice. All the stories and all the anchoring that you've taken on. So we appreciate all that you have done. And then, do you want to tell everybody what you'll be going into when you graduate?
Well, I'll still be looking for a job too. So no plans yet. Maybe staying in Valpo for a little bit because I still write for the Times, so maybe doing some of that. But besides that, looking for some sort of job.
Okay. Well, the people that are coming in after you have some pretty big shoes to fill, so we'll get them ready. And then we also have We can maybe even have some of the crew come in.
Yes.
Is it going to come off? I don't want to get this all over the desk. It does say so long. I think our executive director tricked me with the tape. So we can have a toast here, I guess, with cake. My favorite, huh? But anyway, it's chocolate. I think everybody's favorite. So it says so long, if you can all see that. So I think somebody's trying to tell us to hurry this thing up and to get out of here, correct? All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. It really has been a pleasure working with both of you. But I guess I'll stop all the cheesy things. So, while it is sad to say, we are happy and wish you much success. To watch on-demand VUTV programming, you can always visit youtube.com/ValpoVUTV. YouTube better keep up with that so you can make sure we're up to par. For all of us here at VUTV, I'm Brendan Kinney. Thanks for watching.